Guys, welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Thursday afternoon. It's a little bit later than I normally record, and well, it's going out later than I normally upload. Anyway, I hope the day is going well. It's treated you well. It was a bit miserable this morning, but the weather's cleared up, so at least that's something. Obviously, if it's a bit of a naff day, there's always tomorrow. If it's a better day, cash in, make the most of it. And sorry for that noise, that was just my PlayStation telling me something. Apologies. In this video, we're looking at quite an interesting report around Spurs potentially now leading the race to sign Ivan Toney, as well as a bit of an injury update, not only on Pedro Porro, but also Richarlison ahead of obviously this weekend's, I guess, somewhat large and important game. So plenty to talk about, plenty to get into. Just want to say that if you're new, give us a subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey. And I do want to say as well, thank you for all the sort of feedback about the career mode and things like that. I enjoyed doing it. I'm glad some of you have enjoyed it. If it's not for you, don't worry. It's not, it doesn't affect me what I'm doing right now. Hopefully we'll be getting another one out for tomorrow morning. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But let's talk Ivan Toney, because that's what you're here for. You're not here for me to rumble on, are you? So it came from Team Talk and through James Holland, and it says that Tottenham Hotspur have a much better chance of signing Ivan Toney, as Manchester United are close to ending their pursuit of the Brentford star, as per reports. It's. I mean, look, we all know he's going, right? We all know he's going. I don't think I'm sitting here and I'm telling you anything that's crazy. Now, we kind of thought, right, Chelsea need a striker. Pardon me. Arsenal need a striker. Chelsea and Arsenal need a striker. United could probably do with maybe a more senior striker to help Højlund improve. Although I think he is actually a decent striker, to be honest with Højlund. He will get better. I think West Ham need a striker. And so on and so forth. And I think, Spurs obviously are in there. Obviously, Spurs are in a position where they have Heung-Min Son, but they would like another style of striker just to give us a bit more of a balance. The development of obviously Joshua Zirkzee from Bologna, Victor Gyökeres, from Sporting Lisbon, Benjamin Sesko from Leipzig, Victor Osimhen from Napoli, Dominic Solanke from Bournemouth. There's so many strikers. For a little while there was nothing, and now we actually have some of a market. With the kind of revelation of all these players, it does kind of allow Spurs to kind of get a striker that actually truly want, instead of kind of been going, we didn't get any of those two guys that we wanted. We're gonna have to get a backup option, which normally annoys the fans because they think, what's the point when he's not going to play and things like that. With Ivan Toney, if he is definitely one of the main options, you're going to see the fact that we do actually want him. The article kind of goes on and says that Give Me Sport have provided an update on Toney's situation. They state that Man United are becoming less likely to bid for the 28-year-old. They have reservations about signing him, obviously with Højlund. It does also kind of go on and kind of tell you who they may be looking at. They said they are interested in Benjamin Sesko from Leipzig, which that's always interesting. I think it would definitely allow us to go further up the queue to kind of say, look, we want Ivan Toney. I think it will also kind of give us that situation where we kind of go, you're not going to get the exact fee you want, Brentford. You're going to get a fee closer to what Spurs want to pay, which, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Look, if we just take characteristic out of it for a second, are we a better team with Ivan Toney in the team? Yeah, we'll score more goals. We play a different way. There's times where we can't hold the ball up. There's times where we don't have any presence in the box. He'd give you a presence. The amount of opportunities he'd be given, he'd score 25 a season. The characteristic side that I think people kind of get a bit more nervous about. I mean, yes, he's in his later 20s, but you still have him for 4 or 5 years of quality. There's no harm in that. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one, because I think that's quite interesting, really, because we definitely need a striker, and he's definitely on the list of guys that we are keen on. So yeah, we'll just see how that one develops. Let's talk some injuries ahead of the big game this weekend. Obviously, I will be doing a preview in its entirety, but just to kind of give you a bit of a heads up, we've got some good news. And it's not bad news and good news, it's just good news. So I don't need to give you anything bad first. The good news is both Richarlison and Porro are back in training and expected to feature this weekend. And I expect, like you would just be hearing this, expect Pedro Porro to be starting, Richarlison off the bench, Sonny through the centre. I would say expect pace this weekend. I think at that right wing position, you could do with some pace just to run at Zinchenko or Kivi or whoever it is. Use that pace, pull Gabriel out of position, free up Sonny a bit more space, free up the Maddison or the Sars to give a bit more ability going forward. So, look, it's good news. It's very good news. It's important to have those options off the bench in Richarlison or whoever the right back might be. Emerson, I guess. Although that's an interesting point about what's happening at left back, obviously heading through the rest of this season. Is it going to be Ben Davies? Is it going to be Emerson? Is it going to be Mickey van der Ven? I don't know, but I expect it to be Ben Davies, but I don't know what will happen until the end of the season. So a little bit of good news regardless. I'm happy with that. And yeah, like I said, with some stuff coming on the channel, obviously I will have more career mode out over the weekend, really. I think it's a good time to put some stuff out like that. You can kind of kick back and relax with it. I will be editing it more, don't worry. The first episode was me just talking at you for a little while, setting it up and things like that. When it comes to being outside of a transfer window, there'll be a lot more editing, don't worry. But anyway, guys, at the end of the video, hope you enjoyed. Drop a like on the video. If you'd hit me in the comment section your thoughts and feelings about Spurs potentially now leading the race to sign Ivan Toney, as well as the news on Pedro Porro and Richarlison. Are you expecting to start, off the bench, whatever? You let me know your thoughts and feelings. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, at the end of the video, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.